Hi, I'm Real Genetic Demon, and this is Armalite Competition Edition on the C64 Mini. Alright, shoot 'em up. We've got to basically delta space to reclaim the research post surrounded by enemies. So we're basically shooting stuff. So to be fair, I've played this a little bit and I quite liked it. It's incredibly tough. It reminds me in a strange sort of way of R-Type being an absolute classic when it comes to actual arcade shoot 'em ups. But yes, Armalite. Let's without further ado, let us go for it. Do you know what? It's growing on me. If you've been watching any of these with the C64 Mini, I never had a Commodore 64 back in the 80s or 90s. I had an Amiga, but I never had a Commodore 64 or a Commodore 128. So yeah, it's growing on me. The colour scheme I always thought was a bit dull, but actually, it's quite subtle. So yeah, it's not bright and gaudy probably like the Spectrum is, but I do like the bright and gaudy of the Spectrum, by the way, and so is the Amstrad. But I'm just looking at this and I'm going, yeah, okay, actually it works. It's not too bad at all. I'm seeing the subtleties in the palette that's here. Anyway, sorry. Without further ado, let's shoot some aliens. Let's definitely shoot some aliens. So we've got this little thing that follows us around as well, just like a little tail gunner thing that you have to earn later in a Spectrum one. That's an upgrade. I think for your firepower. Oh, I hate these things. Let's just make sure we get that cleared through there, because they come back on you quite nastily. More firepower, I think, forward fire. Right, we're going to power through here, hopefully. Oh no, have I made the mistake here? Oh, I managed to make it through! I thought it was too small there, but it's not. It's okay, it's all good. It's all good. Uh-oh. Look at those the bullets, they look cool actually. Nice and 3D as well, spinning around there as they're coming in at me. Oh, I've hit the perfect position there for this. Look at these, they're getting absolutely toasted here by me. And those bullets again, just still amazing me how they look. They look great. Oh wow, look at this little fella. Oh god, I look too busy looking at him to get shot by him. There's his friends up here, look, as well. Yeah. You go away. Don't you be shooting at me. Oh, gosh. I'm doing extremely well. When I first played this, I spent most of the level getting actually crushed by it. It was quite funny, really. I kind of smashed into everything. It was really bad. Everything got me as I flew through. Uh-oh. Let's get those gunners. This is going to be interesting. How do we get this lot without getting hit by it? Let's just push through the gap. Yeah, push through the gap. Oh, whoa, whoa, yeah. I actually forgot. Oh. Oh, too late. Made a mistake there with the naming. Never mind. I actually forgot how uncomfortable. Oh, look, now we've got the browns going through. That's quite nice. As I say, I'm enjoying this palette now. I'm much more. I'm much more impressed by it than I originally was, I have to say. Yeah, no. What was I going to say about the joystick, the Competition Pro that's used on the C64 Mini here? I forgot how heavy it was when you sort of holding it and continually tapping with the side of your hand in your palm. You know, if you actually hold it rather than place it on the surface, they can actually be quite heavy to use. Not quite as nice as a pad. As I say, I've said before, I wonder if the pad is an option in the sense of Player One as well. But I think you have to use the whole Super Nintendo pad to do that. I must try one. In fact, I might try one on the next video I do, just for the hell of it, to see what happens. Assuming it's the right kind of video for it. I have got a couple of these things because I did build RetroPie not that long ago. I do like my RetroPie. I think it's a great way. I'm a fan of preserving computer gaming history. That includes the emulation scene. I do, but there's nothing really beats the pureness of an original piece of hardware. And the C64 Mini is no exception to that rule. However, am I going to run out and buy a C64 original? Possibly not. Not for any particular reason, but I have got an awful lot of 8-bit computers already. so I probably won't run out and get another one. Maybe later. Another day, when I feel a need. Very expensive back in the time, though. That's no wonder the UK went with the Spectrum. It was just so much cheaper in comparison. You know, you went out with your parents down to Woolworths. Yes, we used to go to Woolworths. Or an independent... God, I'm doing it wrong again. Look, keep on doing this wrong. Or an independent retailer, because back then there was actually space for an independent retailer. Now I've got some greys flying past. Independent retailer. But yeah, you went down to Woolworths with your parents or someone independent and had a little look at the machines. I remember looking around with my parents, and it was the ZX Spectrum was there at 129.99. I remember that specifically. 48k, 129.99. And then you still had to buy a tape recorder and the cables that went with it so that you could actually play anything on it or load anything up, which was absolutely ridiculous. I think it was another £20 on the price of things. But then, of course, you'd look at something like the BBC Micro, and there it would be 300 and something odd quid. I mean, no, you know, your parents weren't too chuffed about paying that amount of money anyway. I mean, real terms, that's about £800 nowadays. Even now, I'd be a bit concerned about spending £800 on something if I wasn't feeling I was getting value for money. But anyway. But the Commodore was there also, but it was kind of the one that you didn't buy because it was too expensive. It was just far too expensive. And as I say, I actually had no friends, not a single friend who had one of these. I don't know of a single one of my friends who actually had a Commodore 64. It must have been very poor where I lived. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah. No, but very, 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 you know, sort of not, as I say, not a single friend had one. Friends had Amstrads later on. They seemed like a nice idea. Quite liked my Amstrad. I used to play my Amstrad with my friend, and we used to love playing that. Not concentrating very hard on this, guys. But as I say, I'm quite enjoying the palette. We've got a lot going on here. It's quite a good game, actually. Armalite, the Championship Edition. Oh, look, I can put my name in properly this time. Let's do it properly. Let's put it properly. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Come on. Get that M. Yes. Oh, look here. We've got some greens going on. Greens and browns. That's an odd one. That's an odd combination. A very odd combination, if you ask me. Cyberdyne Systems. Was this before the movie? Before the Terminator movie? Because that's who the Terminator was created by, the Cyberdyne Systems. Anyway, yes, right, okay, I'm going to leave it there. But that was Armalite on the C64 Mini. I hope you enjoyed. I've been your host, Real Genetic Demon. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye now.